So I want to start off this video with two things. One, I am far from an expert when it comes to all things service dogs. So I did a lot of this work with a team. It was never just Moose and I. It was a team. And I do not want anyone who watches this video to assume I'm an expert, because I'm far from not, which is why I needed a team of different people or different experiences to allow to give me the best chance at having the best dog to fit my needs. And the second thing I wanted to say is this particular video will not be a three toys will not be a video about service dog outing today, because I wanted to take sorry, he's in the back acting like crazy person. I just got home from work. I wanted to take a chance to kind of explain, take a chance to explain our story so that you'll have a better understanding where we're at. And so the next video will hopefully be on next Tuesday. Will be me and Moose's outing to school, or maybe I'll take a trip to PetSmart. Oh my gosh, he couldn't have chosen a louder toy. But let go. Oh yeah, I also wanted to add, this may not be the best quality of video because it's on my computer, which stop, get a different toy. It's on a computer which I play Sims on. It's a gaming computer versus a video taking computer like a Mac. So it may not be the best. No, leave it. Stop. No, do not play with that. Play with this one. Ready? Ready? And I'm not a professional, so this is just gonna be me kind of talking to the camera and sharing my story, so that maybe he wants that toy. There he is. Say hi, bubbies. Moosey, what's up? Where's your toy? Get your toy. Stop. So I guess we'll start with me. So I'm Lexi. I'm the human part of the service dog team, and who you saw there was Moose. He's the dog part of the service dog team. So I have a couple different diagnoses that Moose helps me with. So I have PTSD, and that transpired from a sexual assault in high school. And then, so I've always had some sort of anxiety. And so when that sexual assault happened, it kind of broke open this kind of Pandora's box. So from that sexual assault, it transformed into bipolar disorder, and PTSD, and I continue to have anxiety and stuff. So that's what happens, and that's who I am. I would have to say that I grew a lot from that. And it made me who I am today. Ooh, stop. No. Go get your blankie. Go get your blankie. Go get your blankie. He's over here trying to play with the bed, and he shouldn't bring his blankie out. Moosey, get your blankie. Get your blankie. Well, he did. He got his blankie. So, leave the bed alone. So I think I grew a lot from that experience, and it made me who I was today. And it's I tell people sometimes and they've something interesting and they find it interesting is that, yes, that horrible thing happened to me, but I wouldn't change it for the world, I don't think. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, but there's so many things that have happened because of that really created me as a person, and it allowed me to be who I am today and connect with people that I wouldn't have been able to connect with before. So the dog part, Moose, he is a chocolate lab. He's almost a year, which is so crazy. He just got neutered, which is also why we're not doing an outing. And he hasn't settled since. So I thought when they were going to chop off his balls, he was going to, see, look at that. Yeah. Chop off his balls, and I thought he was going to calm down. That's not the case. So Moose is a chocolate lab, and so he is halfway through training to be a, will you stop? Get a toy. Get a toy. Training to be a psychiatric service dog. So there's a couple different types of service dogs. There's a, I don't have your toy. Go get your toy. Bubbies, go get your toy. Toy. Go get your toy. Find a toy. Good boy. There's a couple of different types of service dogs. Guide dogs or seeing eye dogs are probably the most popular, and like when people think of service dogs, they think of guide dogs. And then guide dogs, PTSD dogs, which is Moose is that, but and like I said, I'm not a expert, so some of this information is information I know, but I am not 100% positive. So guide dogs, guide dogs, diabetic dogs, and psychiatric service dogs are the big three, which I believe that's correct, but I'm not positive. So if that's not correct, I'm sorry, but those are the big three that I'm thinking of off the top of my head. Moose is a psychiatric service dog, so he really is, there he is, he's looking outside. He's really gonna help me with a lot of my PTSD. I hate people, I really do. I don't like them. I'm good with them, I enjoy them, but I don't, if I could be at home and people come to my home who I actually like, that would be ideal. But I like people, I gotta make money, so I gotta go find a way to deal with them somehow. So, what? So Moose, right, Bubby? Right, sweetie, sweet? Moose, yes, Moose, Moose, right, Bubbies? Moose, does, oh yeah? Go get your toy. Go get a toy. Go, go, go. Find a toy. Find a toy. Moose does, right? Come here. Drop your toy. Moose does, he'll do 4 main things. Patty and I are kind of in the beginning of the tasking stage. We're still, working on kind of, PA stuff just to make sure he, is pretty good at that. So we still have yet to do a CGC. I think you just paused it and unpaused it. We still have yet to do a CGC. So what that looks like is just a manners test in a sense for when he's out in public. But we have started that. I think the 4 big things I want him to do is DBT, which is deep pressure therapy. So when I get anxious, one of the things that helps is him laying across my chest, which you saw him doing, but he just does that anyway. But I can ask him. Let's see if he'll do it. Let's see if he'll do it. So DBT. Are you too handsome? Oh yes. Okay, here's your toy. So there's that, and then I would appreciate for him to learn how to create boundaries, which is when I'm talking to someone in front of me, which I'm not the biggest fan of, and I can say front, and he'll stand in front. He is pretty good at this, but I would like him to just automatically do it. I can give him the command and he'll stand in front, but I would appreciate if he just did it automatically. I think that just comes with time. What else? Anxiety. I get these confused. I call it an anxiety alert. So let's see if we'll do it. Ready? Are you watching? Sit. Sit. Good. So I scratch, and he says, "What the heck are you doing?" So I scratch, and he says, "What the heck are you doing?" Because that's what I do. Leave it alone. That's what I do when I get anxious. Oh my God, it pisses. Go get a toy. Where's your toy? Where's your toy? So that's what I do when I get anxious. So he alerts me to that. Also, he does it for tapping my foot. So he does that too. And then the last one would be getting my medication. So I know how to train it, but he's not. All the squeaky toys. You can't have it. Stop. I know how to train it, but the thing is, he loves noises, and anything that squeaks or rattles or shakes, he tends to take it because he thinks it's funny. Like, he knows he's supposed to give it to me, but he thinks it's funny. I don't know how many of you watched my Snapchat of him trying to bring me the bowl, but it was just so funny to him because he just got to carry the bowl around. So it's a learning process for sure, and we have a long more way to go, but there's a rule of thumb in the service dog community, and I think Patty would agree with this also, is a dog can't really be a service dog till they're 2 because that's when they reach full maturity. So yeah, so this was my first video, and it was chaos, and I apologize, but I just got home from work, so he was a little excited and too much. But yeah, so this was our first video, and there you go.